Welcome to episode 2 of Pro Wrestling Jeopardy. My name is future Hall of Famer Scotty B. I'm going to bring in my contestants, and that is Zach and Jeff.
Hey.
How's everybody doing today, guys?
Doing great.
Right on. Good stuff. All right, so did you guys see the first episode I did last night? Did you guys look at that?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Yeah. So it's pretty basic, like it's Jeopardy. That's simple, right? For daily doubles, I have to actually do it on myself, my phone, but it's all good. I use my calculator and stuff like that. But you guys know how it works. We do one board, and then we have Final Jeopardy at the end. And I'll stop like a little bit midway through, and we'll chat about your guys like wrestling fandom for a few minutes, and then we'll keep moving along. So I got a coin, actually. Yes, I do have a coin. Last night when I recorded, I forgot the coin. I had to stop for a second. But I'm gonna flip a coin, and how it works is whoever gets the coin toss gets to pick first, and then etc. It's not like regular Jeopardy where we run the board, because it's not fair. Like if, say for example, Jeff knows every answer, Zach's just sitting there like, really?
Right.
So we do it a little different. All right, so I'll let Jeff. I'll let you call it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
And my thing is right on the ground. So let's see what we got here. We have heads. So it's Zach's first shot. So I'm going to bring up the board. Let's see here.
Got lucky because I would have called tails too. So
I always say tails never fails. I'm a huge football fan. And as you can probably see in the background, my big Chiefs flag in the background.
Absolutely.
And I'm always when they always goes into overtime, like tails never fails. That's my little
yeah.
line, so.
Same.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get it in here. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, give me a second here. I gotta escape back in the full menu. And there we go. Perfect. So Zach, you can go ahead and pick the first category and amount that you want to go for.
Let's go WrestleMania for 100.
All right. What was the first match in WrestleMania history?
Oh.
Tough one to start, eh?
I know way more about Starrcade than I do WrestleMania.
It's all good, man. We got some Starrcade stuff rolling there too, I think.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Jeff?
I'm just going to throw a guess out there.
Yeah.
Was it U.S. Express, a tag team match, U.S. Express versus who'd they wrestle? Like, wasn't it the Amcam connection?
No, it is the following: Tito Santana, the Executioner. And what's funny about that, the Executioner is actually Buddy Rose, and the rumor was that Buddy Rose owed some money to the IRS, so they put him under a mask. Like legit, that was the rumor that he owed money to them. They threw him under a mask so they couldn't prove it was him. Because he was wrestling like weekly, like he was on TV the week before, and all of a sudden he's got under a mask. So that was the first match in WrestleMania history. Your go, Jeff.
Let's take entrance music for 200, please.
All right, here we go. Name the entrance music.
Okay, is that Eddie Guerrero's WCW theme?
You are correct. You get 200 for that one. And there we go. Yeah. All right, good. Okay, Zach, it's your go.
Go. And we'll go back to WrestleMania for 2.
What was the first title change? The first title to change hands at a WrestleMania card. So, like, you don't have to explain the match, just the actual belt itself. Like, what was the first belt or belts to change hands at a WrestleMania card? You can just guess if you don't know it. It's like
I feel like this is wrong, but I can't. I want to say the Intercontinental Championship.
Nope, that's wrong. Jeff.
I don't want to throw a guess out there this time.
You sure? It's just a title. You can pick whatever.
No
one's gonna care, man. No one's gonna judge you or anything. It's all good.
Yeah, the tag team championship.
You got it right. Tag team title, WrestleMania 1. Nikolai Volkov lost. Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, beat the U.S. Express, and it has one of the best pro post interviews ever because they hit him with a cane, and they're interviewing Blassie at the end. Like Kane, he's like, "What cane? I didn't have a cane." It's one of the greatest. Yeah, it was great. Okay, so it's your go, Jeff.
How about this day in history, November 20? What's I say? 6 for 100.
Yeah. These two shows both aired on pay-per-view this day in 1987, November 26th. I mean, not today.
Okay. So the WWF pay-per-view was the first Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And the WCW pay-per-view, I don't know for a fact. It's a little early for Starrcade, but my official guess is Starrcade.
You are correct. Yeah, it was Survivor Series and Starrcade. And it was the same day because the actual Starrcade was in the afternoon, the Survivor Series was that night.
Yes.
Okay, let's get you some more points there. And for yourself, Zach, it's your go.
Well, there went my Starrcade question. Let's go on this day in history for 200.
This man ended Bob Backlund's 3-day run as WWF champion in 1994.
And that would be Diesel.
You are correct, sir. Very good. There we go. All right. And I'll just kind of stop there for a second. I'll go back in, and we're just going to kind of – I usually talk to everybody. So, Zach, I'll start with you. Like, when did you become a fan of pro wrestling?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've been a wrestling fan as long as I can remember. You know, I was born in 96, so like my early exposure to wrestling was Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind, the Attitude Era stuff. But even then, my parents grew up always going to the JCP shows. And, you know, I'm from Virginia, so Southwestern Virginia, Northern North Carolina. My parents were always at the shows and stuff. I grew up hearing stories about Blackjack Mulligan and Wahoo McDaniel and Jay Youngblood. It just kind of has been a part of who I am my whole life. So
super cool, man. And hey, Jeff, how about yourself?
A little bit earlier than that. I was born in the late 80s. But same kind of story. As long as I can remember, like one of my first memories was my uncle would watch Superstars on the weekends. The local station here is Star 64. So like early Undertaker stuff really scared me as a kid. But like I really hate him, obviously. But like during the 90s, you know, I had one TV on Nitro, one TV on Raw. Like that sounds like something that people don't actually do, but you know, I did it. And
I heard of it. Yeah.
So I was big on the 90s. I still go back to it even today.
So when you watched it, what did you prefer, Nitro or Raw when you were watching it?
At the time, Nitro, honestly.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah.
Like it just seemed like up until a certain point, like say when the NWO got a little too bloated, it started getting a little too corny. But you know, WCW was where it was at the time.
Oh yeah, I talked to the first one I did yesterday. I talked to the guy. I live in Canada, so we didn't get Nitro. We got like worldwide up until like 97.
All right, so that's like a show.
The Disney one, it was horrible.
Yeah,
and there's those clips from Nitro, like Anderson and Flair on occasion. Like, why are we getting that? You know, I was obsessed with it, and then we finally got it. It's funny. I went to my girlfriend's parents had the old school Sally dish, and I went to their house once. I finally got to watch Nitro live. It was before a Clash, and all they did was pump the Clash the whole night. I'm like, seriously, dude, it's not even that good, but yeah, it's a cool story, man. Right on. All right, so we'll hop back into it, and I forget who's next. Who went last?
I think I went last.
Okay, so Jeff, it's your go.
Let's go back to. Sorry, excuse me. Let's go back to WrestleMania. Let's try 400.
Who has the most losses over their WrestleMania career? That doesn't make any sense.
The COO, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
You are correct. That's a good one, man. Because I'll tell you, when I found that, I was like, "That's a really good question," and I'm impressed that you got that.
Very surprisingly lopsided win-loss record.
Yeah, 13 losses. Yeah, it's crazy. Zach, it's your go.
This day in history for 3, please.
This is a tough one, man. I should put this on lower. The first World War pay-per-view, World War III pay-per-view, which I should have put in there, aired on this day, November 26th. Won by Randy Savage. Who did he eliminate? This is like really hard, man. I apologize. After I went over these, I'm like, damn, this is way too hard. Just you can throw a guess out there, man.
So this was the first World War III. So this would have been
95.
95.
Yeah. If you get it, I should give you like triple points. It's not easy, man. I feel for you on this one.
That this was Nash.
No, it wasn't Nash. It wasn't there yet. He didn't come till next year. It's a tough one. How about you, Jeff? Do you want to try to steal?
Okay, so he last eliminated the Giant. And
no, it wasn't
a big controversy with Hulk Hogan at the end, right?
See, this is the thing. This is what I got. And I'm going to double check it. I got the one-man gang as one less, but I'm going to hold up a second.
I think that's correct, though, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm going to double check for you. Just give me a second here. Give me a second. Because I could have got my stuff wrong.
Like, now that I see one-man gang, though, I think that's correct.
Let's see. Yeah, he last eliminated one-man gang. And it's a really weird one. I was like, man, like, and when I looked at it, I should not put that. After I put it in, I'm like, oh, dude, that's way too hard. Like, so I apologize on that one, Zach. That was a tough one, man.
It's all good, man.
Okay, Jeff, it's your go.
Can I take entrance music for 100?
Sure. Here it is. Any guess?
All right. I think I've got the company almost for sure.
Yeah.
That's a very WCW theme.
Yeah.
My guess is Fire and Ice.
Nope. Incorrect. How about you, Zach?
The Ice Train.
Nope.
There were two that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one of them are right. Because WCW love that generic music, so it's really a lot of those sound similar, but oh man, there's no way I'm right, but Sting.
You are right. It is Sting.
Oh, okay.
You are, yeah.
Wow.
That was, and I'll tell you, man, that's one how like I was watching a clip of Sting winning the title. He won like the TV title. And I was telling my buddy, I'm like, man, that music can really get you stoked up, man, because it's a pretty interesting theme song. Okay, Zach, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll put my disdain for Meltzer on the side for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll go with Observer Awards for 100.
This man won Wrestler of the Year the first 2 years of voting in the Wrestling Observer. And I'll tell you the years is 80 and 81. He won Wrestler of the Year 1980 1981.
80 and 81.
Yeah.
So I know absolutely nothing about the Wrestling Observer.
You're minus 16 years old at this point, buddy. So
I would say if I just had to guess, thinking of who was at the top at that time, my guess would be Harley Race.
You are correct. It is Harley Race. Yep. Good job, man. All right. Jeff, it's your shot. Go ahead, man. What do you say?
Let's stick with Observer Awards for 200, please.
Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat had an epic 3-match series in 1989. One of these matches won Match of the Year in 1989 for Wrestling Observer. Which one was it? You can just, just go ahead.
Great American Bash.
Nope. Jeff or Zach, you want to try to grab it?
3-match in 89. And this is just like the televised matches, right?
Yeah. It's not title shows and stuff.
Okay.
All you gotta do is just just pick like if you want to explain the match, like if you see them and said, "Oh, this is like how the match ends," like if that's easier for you, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna say Starcade.
No, it was the best 2 out of 3 falls. They didn't wrestle at Starcade or at best 2 out of 3 falls was the same day as Mania, April 2nd. I forget what it was. The Clash.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who had that? Was just already took that out for you. Okay. All right, Zach, it's your go.
Let's try Before They Were Stars for 100.
Jack Foley team with Les Thornton against the British Bulldogs had his jaw broken in this match. So basically, who's Jack Foley?
Oh, Jack Foley. That's Mick Foley.
Exactly. Awesome. All right. Okay, so Jeff, it's your shot.
Stick with Before There Were Stars for 200.
This future WWF IC champion, multi-WWF champion, and WCW champion, wrestled as a jobber called the Spider in the mid-70s in the WWF during the off-season when he wasn't playing minor league baseball. That's a long question.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, that was. So what was it? One of the guys, that's like hard to find. One of the guys had the audio of that. Someone found the audio of him wrestling Johnny Rods as a jobber. But the video of it, WWF has it, but we can't get a hold of it. All right, Zach, it's your shot.
Let's stick with Before They Were Stars for 3.
This future WWE champion would wrestle in WCW shortly as Demon Striker in 1996.
Is that Edge?
You're correct. It is Edge. We're getting close here, boys. You're catching up there, Zach. Good for you,
man. Finally back to the good. Let's go.
All right, Jeff, it's your shot, man.
Can I have WrestleMania for 300, please?
Yeah. Okay, what some people... I'm going to explain this a bit in more detail. It doesn't really give in detail. Okay, so what some people think was supposedly slated to happen at WrestleMania 2. Changed at the last minute. One of the guys ended up being in the Battle Royal in LA, in Chicago, and one of them was in LA in a singles match.
So a dream match of the time.
Yeah,
that was
even like now, like
people slated for WrestleMania 2, but they were in two different buildings. They wrestled in the 2 different buildings.
Yeah, it was changed at the last minute. Yeah.
Okay.
It was confirmed by the person. It was confirmed by both of them, I think.
So, without knowing for sure, my official guess is going to be Randy Savage and Hogan.
No, but that's a good guess because that was rumored to be the main event before they went with Bundy. But good guess, but not right. But definitely a good guess. Do you want to take a shot at that, Zach?
The only one that I can think of that I've never heard of this before, but. Yeah. Would it be Andre and Bundy?
No. It was Bret Hart and Steamboat.
Oh.
Yeah, that was supposed to be there, but yeah, they said that. I mean, I thought it was kind of BS, but then Steamboat confirmed it, so did Bret Hart. It was kind of like a thing, I guess, where they said, well, I'll put you 2 together, and then last minute they're like, well, no, we're not. So it's Vince. He changes his mind every 15 seconds, right? So,
Right.
So, Zach, it's your shot. Your go.
Let's go with Observer Awards for 300.
This man won Most Improved Wrestler in 1981 and would later go on to win the Most Embarrassing Wrestler later in the decade. So just think of like again, you're born in 96. So yeah. Tapes. Think of like really bad wrestlers later in the decade, like embarrassing. And what I mean by embarrassing, like if you don't understand something about just really bad gimmicks, like buddy will talk. When I was a kid, I'd be watching like Undertaker's doing something corny, and like I have a bunch of uncles, and one of them walked in. It's like, oh God, don't watch this with me. I feel so stupid. I like this stuff. That's what they're kind of saying. Like, you know what I mean? Okay.
So who would have been doing that in the late 80s?
I'm not saying like Undertaker thing, but I'm saying just like goofy and embarrassing to be a wrestling fan. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Late 80s, WCW and WWF both had some pretty rough stuff.
I'll give you a hint. I will give you a hint. One little hint. It's WWF. That's the only hint I'm giving you. I'll give you that hint. It's WWF.
Oh, man.
It's a tough one.
I have no idea.
Okay, no problem, man. Do you want to go ahead and try that, Jeff?
I'll throw out something. Barry O.
Adrian Adonis. Because, I mean, I didn't mind the adorable Adrian Adonis gimmick, but they didn't like it. I love Adonis. Early Adonis 80s stuff is amazing. It's great stuff. All right. Jeff, it's your go.
Let's go back to entrance music for 300.
Here we go.
Yeah, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't even know.
Want to keep going?
Yeah.
Keep going. Okay.
Is that the oddities?
Nope. Zach, you want to give it a shot?
Oh, man. Is that the Gangstas?
Nope. It's Hulk. Newer one. Yeah, that's like the new one, like Hulk Taz's kid in AEW. All right. Yeah. Zach, it's your go. We're tight, boys. We're tight, man.
Let's try. Let me see if I can mess that up one way or the other.
No, it's all good, man. Fun.
Before they were stars for 400.
This future ECW star wrestled as a jobber in 1992 as Matt Byrne. That's a tough one.
Oh, man.
Want to throw a guess out there?
Is that Raven?
No. Jeff, you want to try this? This one's a hard one. When I found this one out years ago, I had to double check it. What do you think, Jeff?
Rob Van Dam.
You are correct. I had to double check that. Like I seen the match, I was like, "Is that really Van Dam? Is it looking but it's him?" All right, Jeff, it's your go.
Let's close out before they were stars for 5.
This future WWF tag team started as jobbers as teenagers in the mid-90s.
Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
You are correct. Zach, go ahead.
Let's go this day in history for 5.
Well, shoot, I did 4.
It's
My
okay.
bad.
That's fine.
Undertaker turned heel on Raw this day in 2001 by forcing JR to do what?
Join Vince McMahon's Kiss My Ass Club.
Very good. There you go, buddy. Right on. Jeff.
WrestleMania for 500.
This sportscaster pulled out of WrestleMania. That's supposed to be 7, not 8. My bad. WrestleMania 7 due to the Gulf War angle. So basically, he didn't want anything to do with them because of the whole Gulf War thing. He was scheduled to be there, but bailed out on them.
Sportscaster. Bob Uecker?
Nope. Zach, you want to give it a shot? You were -4. No, minus what? Yeah, -5 years old this time.
The only sportscaster that I can think of is Bob Caudle.
Oh, you were so close, man. You were so close. You said Bob Caudle?
Yeah.
Bob Costas. I was like, man, did he get it right? I thought you. And the reason I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm like, you weren't even born yet. And I was like, man, did he get that? Like, okay, Zach, it's your shot, man.
Oh man, no pressure or anything. Let's go. This day in history. Finish the category.
It's a daily double.
Oh, great.
So you have minus 100. I'll give you a shot. Like if you want to bet up to 500, you can. Because I mean, we're not like playing for real money, and so we're playing for. But you know, I'll let you bet up to 500 if you want to bet the 500. So you can make 400 at the end, or be down minus 600.
You know what? I'll go 400.
All right. So here's the question. In Mayhem 2000, Scott Steiner defeated Booker T in this gimmick match.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I think this is it, but also, is it a pole match?
No. And in fact, you can't see on daily doubles. That's why I didn't show it. Straight jacket match.
No.
Oh shoot! Hold on a second here. I got to change your thing. You were at that. Let's bring it to 500. All right, there we are. Let's do our final Jeopardy to go, man. And Jeff, it's your go.
Observer Awards for 4, please.
Best Brawler Award was renamed the Bruiser Brody Award in his honor due to him winning it so many times. Who was the first wrestler to win it that wasn't Bruiser Brody?
No. This isn't right, but let's just throw out Dan Spivey.
No, incorrect. Zach, you want to try?
So I have two guys in mind that seem logical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Terry Funk.
No, it is Stan Hansen, 1985.
That was the other guy.
Oh man,
I was torn between Funk and Hansen.
Yep. It's your go, man. There you go, Zach.
Let's do Observer Awards for 5.
This wrestler won Most Overrated Wrestler a record 7 times throughout his career in the Wrestling Observer.
Cena?
Jeff, you want to give it a shot?
Hogan?
You are correct, sir. They hated Hogan in the Observer. They absolutely hated him in the Observer. They tried to say the NWO angle was the worst angle that year, in '96, when it was like blowing everybody away. We used to do a podcast on the. We used to go over the Observer and PWI awards, and Observer was ridiculous sometimes. It's your go, Jeff. 400 or 500?
500, please.
Okay. What do you think?
The Booty Man.
No, incorrect. Zach, what do you think, buddy?
Is that the Midnight Express?
Look at you, buddy. You're back to even. Right at the perfect time, man. The Express is correct.
I probably would have cried myself to sleep tonight if I didn't get that one.
Well, man, look, you're going to be able to take the lead here, brother, because you got the last pick, right? So let's go with the last one. This is for you, Zach.
Sure.
Journey with me into the mind of a maniac, doomed to be a killer since I came out the nutsack. I'm in a murderous mind state with a heart full of terror. I see the devil in the mirror. Fuck, lights out. Cause when I grab my soul.
Okay, Zach, what do you think?
Is that New Jack?
You are correct.
Wow.
All right, we had a comeback, boys. Wow, that was geez, went from so you're all on the even. That's a good thing. You're all on the even for the final Jeopardy. So impressive, Zach. Impressive comeback, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Give you credit
Very
for
good.
that.
Good.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's so basically how Final Jeopardy works, it's like regular Final Jeopardy. I'll bring it up. You see the category. Now I got 400 for Zach, which I don't have in front of me, but put it back up, and 200 for Jeff. So basically, it's really all you guys can really bet. But I'll put the scores up here in a second. Let me just go straight to the screen. Final Jeopardy, and so we have 400 for Zach, 200 for Jeff. All right, guys. So rare theme songs. So Zach, how much do you want to wager?
Oh man,
It's tough, because he came back. You almost want to go 0.
I don't want to be that guy. I'll go 3.
300?
Yeah,
or three. I'm just joking.
300. 300.
Jeff?
To me,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything's
200.
So what I'm gonna have to do is, this is the thing about Final Jeopardy is usually, actually, you know what? Do you boys have paper in front of you? Like, do you guys have paper in front of anybody? I know it's kind of hard to say if you do or not.
I do. I just got
Let me.
If you want to grab one thing, is write down the answer that you think it might be, and then because so Zach, you bet all of it.
I bet 300.
And you bet 300. Okay, all right.
Oh, look. No, that's not gonna work.
Do you have your phone in front, or are you using your phone to record?
I'm sure there's something in here. Let me dig through my wife's junk.
Yeah. That's kind of cool because we write it on paper and boom, that's how we'll do it, right?
Yeah, I found some. So
cool. So what I'll do is I'll bring it back up and let me know when you're ready, guys, and I'll say the thing. Here it is. Name the wrestler who used this theme song during his first heel turn, like very briefly. So he didn't use it for long. Here it comes. All right, guys. So write her on some paper for me, and I'll bring each person. Oh, you got? Go ahead, Jeff. You had it there. You'll put it up there. You are correct, sir. You are correct. How about you, Zach?
I actually didn't have time to write anything down, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
Well, I feel bad now. Did you think it was it's like, so Zach, you bet. Jeff, you bet 100, and Zach bet 300. So Jeff, you win, buddy. Very impressive, man. Very
Congratulations,
impressive.
Jeff.
Thank you.
I feel bad.
Very good game, though.
No, it was fun, man. I appreciate it, and good for you, Zach. I know I feel bad at the end, but you made a crazy comeback, man. Because you were down there for a bit, man, but you kind of popped back up, man. So that was really impressive. Yeah. So I appreciate Jeff. What I'll do is I'll put you into the next bracket. Zach, I feel bad, man. I got to hook you up with something, buddy. Because at the end, I feel like you kind of got screwed a little bit in the end there, man.
It's okay, man.
Did I ruin it by flashing or?
No, that was more me. I went a little too quick on my part, man. Did you think it was HBK, Zach?
I was trying to hear the song and trying to place it. I was kind of nowhere when Jeff threw up his answer. So
yeah, so you were kind of like, go ahead.
I just got a little too excited as soon as I heard Rhapsody in Blue. I knew immediately, like that was right when they broke off from the Rockers.
Yeah, it was an MSG show, and it was like that. He used it like one time, and I think maybe he might use it on Superstars.
He used it on TV it was an episode of Superstars at least once.
Yeah, and then they switched
right
over
before he got Sherry.
And then Sherry did the Heartbreak Kid one. Awesome. Well, guys, I really appreciate it. That was really awesome. Had a lot of fun, man. Again, Zach, it kind of sucks that you didn't get a chance, man, but definitely impressive comeback, man. Very impressive comeback. And
thank you.
Jeff, we'll get you all. What I'll do is I'll upload this and stuff like that. I'll throw you on because the brackets from last night, I got one of the guys moved over. You'll move over in the bracket. And then I got a couple more to record tonight. So I got a bunch to record tonight, actually. And I got some more records tomorrow. But we'll burn through the first rounds in a week or so. You know, we'll hopefully get through. A couple guys, I think, skipped out on us. But I think, was it you saying, Zach, you knew someone that wanted to play?
Yeah, I do. I know a guy.
Yeah, so definitely let him know. And then, I'll reach out to you because after tonight, I'm going to go through and kind of like message each person. And if some people don't respond, like, okay, they're not involved. It's all good. Because I got a few, I definitely gotta get them all done. All right, guys, appreciate it, man. And you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this, put it out, and get ready to record the next one.
Yeah,
so take
thanks,
care,
guys. Good luck in the next round, Jeff.
Thanks, man. Take care,
All right, thank
guys.
you.
All right.
All right, see you. Bye.